Good morning, everybody. Just look at this outstanding sunrise that we are having here right now. It is so incredible and everything is so calm. Just the ocean is not moving at all, and you can go far out into the ocean with dry feet. I love it here so much. Thailand is surprising me every day anew because it is giving me something that I know, but it is giving me it every day in a different way. So you are becoming used to it, and nevertheless you are every day a little bit surprised how it is delivered. I mean, right now I'm doing these live streams for such a long time, and every morning is a little bit different, and it is so outstanding and such a privilege. If you have the time and you have some vacation to spend, then go to Thailand. Really, it is such an inspiring place. I'm working now here, I don't know for how many months, writing, and it is still incredible. I could really work here forever, and it's also so easy to work here. The topic that I'm writing now about to deliver you more value is really not easy. You can check it out. Go to the website www.future.louvre.academy. There you can see that really it's getting bigger and coming together, and nevertheless this good feeling to be able to work so hard, but having such an incredible life quality here is just inspiring for me every day anew. And it is so important that when you are creative, that you are deliver value to others, because it is making your life so much easier. Right now after so many live streams, it is really empowering me to do even more, because when you know that there are people out there which you can reach with your message, and what you are doing has some value for them. I know I could do this better. I'm pretty new to the live streams, and there are people out there who most likely are doing it much better than I am. But nevertheless, there are people out there who are really right now ready for this message, because they are at a certain point in their artistic progress or artistic career, and perhaps today I will deliver a thought or a spark that will make a difference. And even if this is just one person out there, to know that you are making a difference for one person, it's really worth it. And even if there are people out there who don't like what I'm doing, or don't like my face, the way I'm talking, I know English is not my first language that I learned. It is actually, I think, the fourth or the fifth, so be patient with me. I'm doing really my best, but nevertheless, you as a creative should always focus on the people out there who are really in need of your message right now. And even if there are 999 people out there who are not needing it or even disliking you, this one person is perhaps right now needing it, and just reaching out to this one person will make the difference. It will make the difference for their life and for your own life. So to be ready to take this one step, to be able to make the decision, I will deliver it because I know it will make a difference. It's an outstanding opportunity for you. I think Facebook is now doing some crazy stuff. I will just check it very quick. Yes, it is doing a little bit of a crazy stuff. I'm hoping that you can still hear me. It doesn't show anything that the live stream is not going on. So to make this decision, to take the first steps, and to overcome you perhaps fears, perhaps insecurity, whatever it is really worth it, because you are turning something that is only in your mind as thoughts, as ideas, as pure creativity into a piece of reality. And no matter what you are doing as an artistic path, it is always the two things: your thoughts, what is as creative energy inside you, and how to transform it to something that is becoming a reality. And the process in between can be hard, but without this process, turning thoughts into reality, there will never be a progress. Just imagine all the outstanding artists, the masters of the Louvre, if they would have these outstanding ideas and even revolutionary ideas, like Delacroix deciding to transform classical art and become more expressive long before later on the expressionists came along. And just imagine what an impact this had on art history. And he, with his first very expressive interpretation of classical art, he knew that there will be not many people out there who will understand this, but nevertheless he made the decision to start this process, to take the first step, to make the thoughts that he had, what is necessary in the classical art to progress. He took these ideas and these thoughts and transformed them into something that is more of a reality, a painting. And in doing so, every artist is progressing to the next level. So for big artists, before they knew this is the right step, they didn't knew actually this will be the next step that is necessary. It was for them also very uncertain. They had the fear of change, fear of losing perhaps what is already safe and working out for them. So to make this step is a key decision for your own success. It is strange that there is a voice in our head that is telling us that actually no change will bring transformation of your life. So by doing nothing, you are gaining something. And to get rid of this myth that our own brain is producing just because it was built for security and it always wants to keep us in a secure space in life, to get rid of this myth, it is the best decision that you can make, because it is impossible. You have to make the first step. You have to change something. You have to make something a reality, because otherwise there will be no progress. It feels like in your own head that actually having those ideas about your artistic future and all the things that you can do, you can enjoy the feeling that there is a possibility, and this enjoying of the pure possibility can bring us a sort of fulfillment. But nevertheless, this is all then in our head. This is not contributing to culture. We are not providing value to a cultural world, and you can only gain value by providing value. It is a process that is always in balance. As much as you give, the more you are getting back. And the only way to start this process of balance, of giving and taking, is to make the first step forward. For me, it was also the same. The fear that I had to overcome to step in front of a camera, to start talking, even if nobody was listening, and even with the possibility that the people will say, oh, this is not helping me at all. I knew it was a necessary step, and the decision to do whatever it is necessary to make me do this is very important. The necessity, the awareness that what you are doing is actually important, and that's why you should go into execution. And the problem perhaps with beginning this process is always to make the decision and to jump into this cold water. So we are avoiding this because we are thinking, okay, the risk of jumping in the cold water is so high, I will end up dead in the water because I'm overwhelmed, it is cold, I cannot swim, whatever. And then we are deciding, okay, the best thing right now for my artistic future is to keep it safe, because when I'm trying to do this first step, I can then end up dead in the water. But we are forgetting that right now, when you are doing nothing, when you are not taking the first step, you are already dead in the water. So it is more like being in the water and making the decision about moving your arms and legs so you are staying afloat instead of staying dead in the water. So by changing your mindset, busting this myth that you are actually in a safe space, you are not in a safe space, you are in a very dangerous place, because you don't know that you are dead in the water, and your only possibility to stay alive or to get out of this water is to move, to do things, to take the necessary steps. And for me, it was really interesting to know that actually when I would still do the things I am doing, just working with a small amount of clients, and everything is working out fine. It is working out fine for them. They have the value, they can progress, and actually I could live like this forever, because it is really, for me, it is easy work to help others to progress. They are progressing, they are gaining from this, I'm gaining from this, and there's nothing to do more. Why should I risk to stand in front of a camera to make myself vulnerable? But actually staying in this place, where the comfortable place for me, just working with a few clients, gaining the money I needing, have a wonderful life, that's it. It is a dangerous place, because right now how our culture is progressing, it is this way because so many people in the cultural world are going the safe way. They are saying, oh, I reached a certain position, let's say in the UNESCO. We are providing culture, I have my network, we are having this coming togethers, these galas, everything looks fine. And look where we are right now ending up. When you turn on the news, you see this incredible darkness, this aggressive behavior, this uncivilized behavior creeping out of the shadows, and everyone is doing his or her job in a safe position, and actually they did nothing. People that are uncultivated are resonating with a whole bunch of people who are also uncultivated, uncivilized, the way they are talking with each other. This is the outcome not of a bad world or just because humans are bad. This is the outcome because people in the cultural world whose jobs they should be to change our world to more civilization, to more enlightenment, and to more light at all, they have done nothing. They just did what was in their job description, and that's just it. So taking always the necessary step is enormous important, because doing nothing is ending up in really nothing. So if you can today just think about it. I will not ask you today to jump into the cold water and start your path for your better artistic future right away. It is a step in which we will just set some things clear, have some thoughts, and in the end of this process you can make the decision to execute it or not. I will today try to take away the vagueness of the necessary first step that you are taking. We will go through some things, and you can write them down or just think about it and just become clear about them. It is not about to make the best decision ever. It is about making a decision. So making a decision, as I was telling with this being in the water, is the most important ingredients that you can deliver for a better artistic future. Not making decisions is the end of your artistic future, because you are just then you are just floating along, and perhaps there will be something, will be not, but as the things are developing, you can really be sure that 99% it will not turn out fine, not the way that our world is right now transforming. So if you are not becoming active, not making the decisions, you are not allowing what the universe has to offer for you. It already have given you the incredible gift of being creative, having those ideas, having the possibility to change our world, but it is nevertheless necessary that you are making decisions. And it is not really a incredible decision that has many risks for you. You can make decisions, and then you can just try it out, and when it's not working, change it, what you have decided for. We are in the cultural and artistic world. It is always an experiment, and you have the right to make perhaps the first time a wrong decision, and then later on change it, adjust. It is not like a decision in stock market when you say I'm selling, and you are making the wrong decision, everything is exploding and people are ending up in the street. In the artistic world, it is an evolution, it is a process. So just think about it today. What would be the one thing, if you should decide, whatever it is, without the outcome of right and wrong, what would be the one thing for which you would be deciding about your artistic zone? What would you provide out of your artistic flow, where you are at your best in your art, to provide to the world? It is not really a hard decision to make. You already know, okay, I'm doing this and that in my art, and this is something that I just could provide to the world, just like this. If they want it or not, we will figure it out, but it is just offering something to the world. And you already know what you could do better to deliver this to the world. So just think about what you could give, and in which way could you deliver it better, or what could you start to learn today to deliver it better in a way so more people can get value out of this. Because just by making this decision, what I will deliver, what I could do better, you know what you could learn. So the first step is not so much about just jumping into the cold water. It is about starting a process and allowing a process of learning and expanding. Because when you are once in this process, and this process is not just hitting a cold surface of the water, you have the possibility to adjust. And the easiest way to adjust is perhaps to make a decision, to learn that thing, to change in a way so I can deliver better. What habits, what routines could I adjust? And you know exactly, when this is my thing that I could provide to the world, this is what I could learn more about this, and to learn it, I could just change every day this little thing, like half an hour more studying perhaps a special kind of drawing that is necessary to deliver from your artistic zone. And then you know, you are not just jumping into the cold water, you are every day deciding more, changing a routine of you, a habit, to sit down for half an hour and do something else. And from this you are knowing, you have made the decision what you are delivering, how you will change, how you will learn, what routines you will adjust. And from this you just have to just tweak a little bit the world around you. Right now you cannot change your habits, change routine to deliver the value, because right now there's perhaps something in your world that is making it impossible. Let's say it can be something that is really hard to get rid of. You have a high demanding job right now that is just killing you and sucking all the energy of you. This is a longer process, but nevertheless, it can be something small, like in the half an hour that you have decided to change your routine, for example, you can decide to not get disturbed through calls or through Facebook by turning the notifications in your Facebook down. And then it is making the new routine that you are inviting into your life possible. Just a small step, not jumping into the cold water, but deciding for the first step and inviting small possible steps that are doable in your life. And from this, you know, I have changed so this small things, and these small things will be changeable for you. It will be possible, no matter how small this first step is, to do it. And then when it's becoming demanding, all you have to do is decide perhaps for a different form of recreation. So you are more able to not only stay in this half an hour where you are learning and changing your skills and doing your necessary routines, but it can grow to something really bigger, like 1 hour. It is becoming more demanding, and all you have to do is just change the recreation for you, or perhaps invite other people from a fellowship that will support you during your first step to a better artistic future, to more delivery of value. And then you are starting to think about it. Okay, which people would help me to perhaps do these small things, change my routines, hold me accountable for it, or even just when you have nothing that is really of so much value that he or she will support you during your artistic first step, to think, okay, nevertheless, this person can even support me just in my recreation. So after the recreation that I will define in a new way with this person, I have more power for my necessary artistic development. Or you can develop something in which the person is just inspiring you to do the small necessary first steps to your artistic progress. Even a person can be a negative example, and in this way inspire you to do the necessary artistic work. Example from me, I can remember that actually during my time I was studying art, I met an artist that was living on the street in London, and his sad story about his talent, because he was really talented, and how it ended up here on the street doing nothing out of his talent, has inspired me to allow a routine or habit to get to know and to learn more about art market and art business and what is necessary to transform your talent in your money. So even people that are not from which you are not thinking these are the right fellowship for my artistic first steps, they can even provide you a value, a support in which they are helping you to know what you don't want in your life. Of course, you should always try to pick a fellowship that has more value, a direct positive influence to your progress. And perhaps even if you can't find people that are direct a fellowship, think about what artists do you admire that are not there for you as a person out of art history, or they are on a level in which you cannot communicate with them right now, but nevertheless they can inspire you with the qualities they are having, and you are thinking, okay, this person is so outstanding, I would like to have certain qualities or certain things this person is doing. And in doing so, you are not only gaining fellowship that is supporting you indirectly in your first steps, but you are can perhaps gain a blueprint for your artistic process. You are seeing, this person developed in this and this way, and from this small starts he became this outstanding artist that I'm admiring so much. And from this, when you have something developed like a blueprint or a clearer idea, because you are trying, you're already doing every day your habits, routines that are bringing you a step ahead, you can then start to think about your artistic career. Really set something like a document or a notebook and take your artistic career seriously. Where is this heading? You are knowing so many things about your artistic zone, about the times you are in flow, and what is supporting this being in the flow, the skills that you have learned, the people you have surrounding you with, or the surrounding. And in this, it is becoming a clearer vision of your artistic career in the end. And from this, an artistic essence is developing. And having such an essence, even if this essence is in the beginning very vague, is really a big step forward, because you are now knowing where you are heading towards, and you are knowing also where you should stay out of, from what qualities or what development you should stay out of, in the meaning that you are on the one way, you are knowing what is good for you, what is not good for you, and you are staying out of it, but you are also gaining experiences. Some qualities that you are thinking they are good for your artistic development, your artistic career, can turn out to be poisonous to you, and you should rework it. Again, doing this first step is all about a decision, not about doing everything at once, but allowing transformation, allowing change into your life in a way that is not making you feel overwhelmed, in a way in which a clarity can develop, and to bring you in a point where you are not overwhelmed with doing this step, but you're already doing small steps every day, and it's then just a decision to do more of it instead of doing less of it. And in this way you are on your best path to your artistic future, but without the disadvantage that it is a step that you can never take, because it is overwhelming, it is costing you too many energy, too much change. It is really a process then can start. And even when you are writing all the things down that we have been talking today about, you can really decide, okay, this sounds great, everything is great, but this point is really freezing me. When I think of executing this and that, it's no way. And you have the right to push certain challenges later on down the line, to make the decision later to take on the advantage, the challenge. And you have the advantage to develop in the way that you feel is the right way for you. And you can pick in the beginning also the things that you really would like to do and that are already easy for you, and make out of them first your strength, and then decide to work on your weaknesses. It is always the best way to strengthen your strength. It's so great to hear someone talking that is not cannot pronounce English, but is doing the best way to strengthen your strength and weaken your weaknesses. And this is often the best beginning, because you can already today start with your first small steps that you are able to do, and just concentrate on this, on the weaknesses, the things that you cannot do that are necessary. This you can take on about this you can take care later. You have the right. It is your artistic future, it is your artistic career, and the way you are doing it, it should work for you, not someone that is standing outside and talking about optimization and making it effective and so on. It is your decision. You are on your own, you are developing your path, and it will take the time that it takes. okay, there are artists out there who are needing people like me that are thinking through this with them, making the path really efficient, and they are getting ahead really quick. And most likely it is only in situation where there is a great opportunity that this artist should get ahead, because otherwise the opportunity will be gone and the values he can get is gone. Then it's different. Then you should get a coach, a consultant like me, who will help you to progress. But in the beginning you can do the most things on your own. Later on you can decide for a better help. Of course, you should in your fellowship make the decisions that are people that are a little bit more experienced, that can make a projection in the future. With this decision, most likely this will happen, and they will give you more guidance. But right now you have the right to develop your artistic future the way you want. You can just listen to ideas the way you are just now listening to me, and have this small sparks, and have a look if today's spark can develop to a small flame, and from this you can develop step by step on your own pace, on your own time, because it is worth it. You have been gifted with creativity, and if you like what is already happening right now with your life and this creativity that is providing value to your life, then just get more of it. It is just also a decision to know, okay, this is working great with creativity, with art, with culture in my life, and I just want to allow more of it in my life. So if these ideas are too chopped up, go to the website www.future.louvre.academy. There will be most likely provided more for you, more ideas that you can develop. Otherwise, I hope to see you in the next video, perhaps even tomorrow, and I hope that I have provided some value to you. It would make me happy to reach out and help someone. So have a great day and enjoy a little bit more of this outstanding sunlight here in the jungle. Look at this structures, but yeah, we are not in the lessons about learning how to draw and how to study nature, and the dogs are already beginning to howl. So I leave you with this beautiful picture behind me and hope to see you tomorrow. Until then, see you soon. Bye bye.